Hey guys, in this video I'm going to share with you another book haul. So I have 10 books here that I would like to share with you guys, so let's get going. I'm probably not going to get too descriptive about some of these books. If you want to find out more, that's what Goodreads is for. Or just ask me a question and I'll answer it for you. The first two books that I have here are a continuation of The Lunar Chronicles by Marissa Mayer. The first book is Winter, and then the next book is Stars Above. I have yet to finish The Lunar Chronicles, you guys. I read the first 3 books in the series, which were Cinder, Scarlet, and Cress, and then I haven't read Fairest yet, which is like the prequel book focusing on the evil queen. But yeah, if you don't know what these books are about, they're young adult fantasy, and they're basically sci-fi retellings of fairy tales. And this one, Winter, is a retelling of Snow White, which sounds pretty awesome, and I love this cover, you guys. It's so gorgeous. And then this book, it's some sort of short story collection. So I definitely can't wait to read this as well, to kind of fill in some little missing gaps, I suppose. Next, I have The King's Curse by Philippa Gregory. You guys know I love me some Philippa Gregory. I absolutely adore that woman. And this book, it's part of the Cousins War series, and this book follows Margaret. Let me just read the synopsis really quickly. I'm having a hard time kind of figuring out how to word it my own way. It says, as an heir to the Plantagenets, Margaret is feared and hated by the king's mother, the Red Queen. Margaret is buried in marriage to a Tudor supporter, Sir Richard Pole, Governor of Wales, and becomes guardian to Arthur, the young Prince of Wales, and his beautiful bride, Catherine of Aragon. But Margaret's destiny is not for a life in the shadows. Restored by the young Henry VIII to her title and fortune, she becomes chief lady-in-waiting to King Catherine, until the king's growing paranoia turns him against Margaret and her sons, the rival royal heirs. So yes, sounds so good, you guys. And the thing is, I'm not quite familiar with Margaret here. I kind of vaguely have a little bit in my head about her, but not too much, so I'm excited to learn more about her. Next, I have A Man of His Own by Susan Wilson, and this is World War II historical fiction, and it follows this young man named Rick, and he comes back from the war. His body is broken, his dreams are shattered, so he's basically lost a lot during the war. So he comes back, and something about a dog. I'm trying not to sit and get too much into this description, but something about a dog. Like trying to find his dog or something that he lost during the war. I don't know. Either way, if you want to know more about this book, I highly suggest checking out the Goodreads. I'm not doing it much justice here, but yeah, this sounds like a really cute book. Yeah, not only historical fiction, which I love, but also something having to do with a cute little dog, which sounds like it's going to be sad and heartbreaking by the end, you guys. I have a feeling that this book is going to make me cry by the end. Next, I have The Lure of the Moonflower by Lauren Willig, book 12 in the Pink Carnation series, and I am actually currently reading the entirety of the Pink Carnation series as part of my to-be-read pile for this month. So yeah, I'm not really going to tell you too much about this series. It's a pretty long and difficult series to talk about, but yeah, historical fiction about spies set during the Napoleonic era. So yeah, if that sounds up your alley, you might want to check it out. I love these books. Next, I have The Darling Ladies of Lowell by Kate Alcott. And I have read one other Kate Alcott book. It was called The Dressmaker, and that had something to do with the Titanic. So I kind of trust Kate Alcott as far as historical fiction goes, since I previously liked one of her books. So hopefully I like this book. This book is also historical fiction, takes place in 1832, follows this young woman named Alice Barrow, and she becomes a mill girl. So she's working at this factory under really hard conditions. Oh, and I didn't really know this, and I guess I didn't really pay attention when I picked this book up. It's based on an actual murder of a mill girl that took place in 1833. So I guess this main character is going to witness that murder, it sounds like, or be a part of helping solve the case. Next, I have Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier, and this is one of those books that I have been dying to read for ages now, you guys. Hopefully it doesn't disappoint me. I hear so much praise and hype for this book, it's ridiculous. And you know what? I'm not even quite sure what Rebecca's about. I know it's like a gothic love story or something. Something about a young woman, Rebecca, who has been dead for 8 months, and her husband, Maxim de Winter, he marries a new wife, and so we're experiencing the story through the second wife. So yeah, it sounds really interesting and mysterious. That's kind of the vibes. Whenever other people talk about this book, that's kind of the vibes I get about Rebecca, so I'm so thrilled that I finally got a copy, and I can't wait to get to it. And then the next 2 books I have here are part of a series. One of the books is called A Burial at Sea, and then the other one is A Death in the Small Hours, and they are both by Charles Finch. Both part of the Charles Lennox series, I suppose. And these are a set of mysteries, historical fiction mysteries. I guess following this detective, I suppose. I'm not really quite sure what these books are entirely about. I just know they're historical mysteries, which I love. I usually love historical mysteries. It doesn't really matter what they're about. I just love them automatically. And these, I'm not even quite sure what numbers in the series these books are. You know how when you pick up a mystery book, sometimes you don't really have to read the previous books in a series, and that's very much what these are. I kind of just found these at a used bookstore and I got them, so yeah, I'm not quite sure the number, the order sequence here. And these are such cool covers too. I love these covers. Like, this one has like a bunch of silverware, which is really cool, and then this one has a bunch of knots. And yeah, all of the covers in the series are like that, and they're just really neat looking. And the last book that I have here is The Queen's Rival by Diane Hager. And this book follows Bessie Blount, who is one of Henry VIII's mistresses. Like one of his first mistresses, I want to say. So yeah, I've never read a book about Bessie Blount. I think the only experience I have with her, she was a character on like the first season of The Tudors. So it'd be cool to witness the book through her eyes. So yeah, that's it for this book haul. Like I said, probably some of these have some very vague synopsises here. You guys, have you read any of these books? Do you want to read any of these books? Just let me know down below. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you like this video, you may like these other videos. Bye guys.